What's up, everybody? You're watching Behind the Lyrics with the Lost Boys Collective. Today we're breaking down our intro track, Mandolorian. Busted, faded, elevated. I got hella hoes I'm facing. Tell the vision, it's X-rated. Celebration, no celebration. Let's get the party started. You know, I'm already elevated, mentally, spiritually. We're off the weed, faded. There's lots of temptations, lots of hoes I'm facing, people I gotta say no to. This song kind of takes you deep inside my mind and those dark thoughts. So the vision is X-rated. I'm sharing that now. Rock red bottoms in the matrix. Seek the truth for preservation. All these hoes come with reservations. Pray that the righteous lead the nations. Bloody shoes, you could take that a lot of different ways. You could take that as Louboutins, or you could take that on, we're in the United States where we walk on soil where tons of thousands of bodies we just built this whole civilization over. The only way to really preserve oneself is to seek truth, to know thyself, you know. Greek word gnosis means knowledge, so we're knowledge seekers. I mean, these hoes be coming with reservations for real, and that's a double entendre. Reservations like you gotta take them out, and reservations like you got all these different mindsets, these different traumas that you got to deal with. And as the man, you almost got to teach your woman what it's like to be loved and how to be loved and how to actually be safe. So a lot of women come with reservations, and as a man, you got to deal with that. Politicians are catfishes. I pray Christ can grant you wisdom. Winners, losers, teachers, sinners. Know that we all ain't that different. These politicians be catfishes for real. A lot of these be wolves in sheep's clothing, so pay attention. I pray Christ can grant you the wisdom. Whether you're Christian, you believe in Jesus or not, I believe that we all have something called the inner Christ within us. That's our ability to use our intuition to be able to perceive things with truth in our spirit. Yeah, whether you up or you down, we really ain't that different. We all live in this human experience together. We all got the same pot to piss in. The greatest lesson I learned was listen. At the end of the day, don't matter your race, don't matter your ethnicity. We all pissing either in the outside or we pissing in a porcelain pot. So we all got the same pot to piss in. We all waking up and we gotta live the same life every single day. And when you fall down, stand up, grinning, fearless, faking, inconsistent. Anytime you fall down, you gotta get back up. You know, there's no reason to be scared of failure. Every failure that you take pushes you one step closer to where you're actually trying to go. And anytime you get knocked down, you might as well stand up grinning. Whether it's in a fight, whether it's in life, you stand up like a fucking gremlin. That shit didn't even faze you. And that's really the scariest motherfucker that you don't want to deal with. Fear is fake and inconsistent. What is fear? Fear is just a figment of your imagination. It's fake and inconsistent. Sometimes it comes in waves, it comes on stronger. Sometimes it doesn't come at all. So you got to realize that you're the one who allows fear in your life.
Triple E. Hasta luego. Waving my white flag, exhibit a tango. I always have flavor. Up in my nature, right through the panga. She view different angles, limited framing. So I'm basically just saying bye to all the bullshit in the life, leaving it in the rear view, taking life head on. You know, you can find me up in the hills in Topanga with a nice one on the right side of me. She view different angles, limited framing. Find me where the smoke at. Must be Mercedes. She cannot tame me or have my baby. Bidrat Hashem, these bitches crazy. Man, I'm by myself, pimping, smoking, big smoke always. With the team, Mossman, Goldie. Can't tame me. You want to have my babies. You wish you could, you wish you would, but you couldn't. I was raised on another page. I was chosen by my blood, that's why I demonstrated. And if you see me out in public, just know that I'm faded and laced up. Basically, man, there's only so many people who are chosen for this route that I'm on, that we're on right here, Lost Boys. And I'm gonna prove it to you that I'm here to do it, and I'm gonna shine. That's why you see me dripped out, draped up. I always checking for pay stub. I was paid fast and paid cash. I'm telling your boyfriend to say some, but he don't have nothing to say back. Speaks for itself, man. You can never do what I do. And Brody, the thing about small money is women be willing to leave that. And the same way that Eminem relapse is the same way I'm knowing she'll be back to beat that shit up. Basically, man, I always know what I'm bringing to the table. That's your biggest role in this life. Know what you're worth. Bring it to the table and apply yourself every single time. Consistency matters. And I'm here to rock out. E.
What's good? It's your boy, Moss Man, here with the Lost Boys Collective. You know how we do. It's double standards, but I don't complain. Just because we all deserve equality don't mean that we all get the same. It's just me saying that, it's double standards in the world. Not everything is equal. And, I understand that and I don't complain about it. I just take it with a grain of salt. Life is full of choices, some already made. Most of us ain't got shit while some is getting paid. And that was just me continuing with saying, with the double standards of thing in life. There's people who got money who can make things happen. And then there's, some of us out there who don't got money, who are out here, just scraping and, trying to keep things together. Turn the page, this is a brand new look. Match my fits with my concepts, this a new look. So, what I try to do is, dress different, think different, and be a little different from the rest of the crowd, Even though I can see everything that's popping off, we gonna stand out in the midst of all of this. Pour a drink for the liquidation. Every time I lose a business, make a business for your information. Basically that's me saying in the midst of, trying to make things happen, I'm pouring up a drink and I'm taking it on, and when I lose a business, I'm making a new one. So as much as, things happen in life and they come with trials and tribulations, if you lose something, you just make a new one and you just keep the process going till, you get where you want to be. Clock racing, me versus time, I can't rewind. Only thing left for me to do is intertwine. So in life, we racing against the clock. I personally think that your clock is already set and you racing against it to get done what you're supposed to get done while you're here. And in the midst of you trying to get the things done, the only thing that's really left for you to do is intertwine. Bitches and wine, goals is in mine, toolies and crime, jewelry and fines, dope beats with some hard ass lines. That was just me saying that these are the things that, you're going to end up intertwining in life, in the midst of you trying to get some things done, you feel me? Stay myself because it comes easy. Hopping in the booth, I feel like the world needs me. That's just me saying that being myself and staying me is the easy part, once you figure out what the game is about. And, I think that I got something that the world needs to hear and something that, they need to listen to. So that's why I hop in the booth.
What's up? It's Goldie. Today we're breaking down the Cypher. In the whip with the windows tinted, something about it feels presidential. Kennedy in my bloodline, down Valley Circle through the residential. It's really just that feeling when you're in the car by yourself, you're listening to your own music, and you know that the situation that you're currently in is not going to be the end all be all. You can basically feel the shift in times coming, or basically, in my case, it's I can feel the shine is just about to come. So even though I'm solo dolo in the whip, smoking with the windows tinted, this shit feels presidential. I'm feeling like I'm on top of the world. I already know that the life that I'm about to have, I'm already claiming it as if it's mine right now. Goddamn, that pussy good. Swear to me you ain't extraterrestrial. Ex-gymnast, so flexible. Nymphomatic, so sexual. That kind of speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be flexible. I had to ask you if you weren't extraterrestrial because that pussy was just so damn good. Free the ones that barred up off dope charges. Dope artists, my hope strongest. Fast forward, not a flow lawless. For real, we gotta free all the people that's still locked up in the penitentiary off of some weed. Decriminalize charges. Had to rise above like Vince Carter and Sean Carter. This self-starter got to step back like James Harden. No garden, long arms like Chandler Parsons. This year been cold-hearted. I'm stone cold like Steve Austin. Funny side like Steve Martin. My chick's bad, don't need no stylist. I mean, I'm a man of a lot of different emotions, a lot of different energies. You might catch me on a bad day and I'm gonna be stern, but you also might catch me where I'm in my funny bag. And honestly, like, I love movies from the 90s, the early 2000s, and I just want to shout out Steve Martin. I also was into watching WWE, and Stone Cold was just one of the best wrestlers, the coolest entertainers I've ever seen. So it's basically saying, like, my heart is guarded. I'm stone cold like Steve Austin. Yo, bitch, look like Noah Cyrus. True facts, no bias. Nasally tone, so sinus, no service. Verizon Wireless. I'm really not the type to name drop. Noah happened to be someone I was friends with for some time, but it was one of those relationships that wasn't mutually beneficial. And I'll save y'all the drama and I'll save y'all the gossip, but I hope she's doing well. I just had to immortalize her in a song for real. No cosign, this all mine. I paved this whole road. Came from pavement to basement to yellow brick road. Might catch cases on cases, but can't sell my soul. Run my pace in these A6, don't disclose my woo. I got no cosign. This all mine. I paved this whole road. You know, I produced this whole album. I produce all my own music. So I'm just on that independent hustle, and I take that full-heartedly. You know, I believe that we all have the ability to be our own bosses. So I worked for someone for long enough. I'm ready to boss up and be my own boss. It just started.
I got a lot on my mind. The more I do, the less I remind myself that time's been going by. I'm getting high as satellites be. Basically, there's a lot going on in my mind, and the only way to calm this shit down is smoking, for real. I wish there was another way, but we were smoking. Catch me, I'm rolling that high speeds drip check. Catch me at Nike. Man, drip check. Catch me at Nike. You get the you get the wordplay. I'm not gonna settle myself down. Slow your roll, baby cakes. I've never been concerned with fame or likes, for boys are hypebeasts. Man, the whole point of the Lost Boys is this mindset that we're on that nobody else is on. Cause I don't rock with nobody else. For real, for real. Rapping on tight beats, my ice gleam, I've been beamed up. F30, 335, shit drop just like a dream, bro. Man, before this rap shit, I've been doing my work, man. All of us been doing our work. If you're not doing your work beforehand, afterhand, midnight, while you're sleeping, I don't know what you're doing. See me, I'm roadside with two girls, one both sides, one rolled up, one sober, in case we cannot drive. I plan to make tonight the night of your life, so dress accordingly. Man, I have two girls, both sides, dressed to the tens. Let's make this night legendary. I like them jean shorts, so real quick can play your accordion. I get the juiced up off good vibes and the gold I'm sporting with. If rap was the sport, I'm 24. Know every ball I'm scoring. Basically, what I'm doing is unmatched. If you put me in this category of sports-like characters, you could basically put me on this level of Kobe's. That's how I feel. Lyrics a hit, goofy little bitch, says she don't need me no more. I'm ready for takeoff, needing to change that, ready to raise the floor up. Man, I think we've all been in that place of someone saying they don't need you no more. They're past you, they don't need you, they're on to the next one. You were replaceable, dispensable. Not me, baby, not me. Send a floor arrangement. I'm ready to wipe her boards, I'm leading the score now. I never look good in the background. Basically, what I'm saying is, let's clear this slate. I'm gonna send you that floor arrangement. Roses are yours, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's wipe this shit clean. It's all good now. I'm ready to raise the score up. You know. You owe me now. I just sent you the flowers. What do you owe me? I need a pedicure, manicure. Lost Boys. E.
It's cracking. You know who it is. It's Moss Man. Oftentimes when I say what's on my mind, it's considered a crime, so I just keep it to myself. I don't want nobody misconstruing what I'm doing or pursuing, cause I'm moving like a ninja who ain't had a belt. Basically, I'm saying that, you know, a lot of the stuff that I'll be thinking and that I want to say, it gets taken wrong by the listener or people who I'm talking to. So usually I just kind of stick to myself. I don't really like to say too much unless I like truly really know you and I know you're not about to take what I say up the ass. You know, when I'm saying I'm moving like a ninja who ain't had a belt, like if you ever seen a ninja, you know, they got the little tie around, you know, and so if he ain't got a belt, he gotta hold his stuff up, you know, so I got, you know, so I'm holding it up like that, you know, and then that's when I go into the next lyric where I say, you know, keeping one hand on my crotch area while the other causes hysteria. I wave it back and forth across the room, a monsoon splash hit you in the face. That's me saying, you know, I got one hand and I'm going, you know, I got the crowd, we working it, you know, we letting the swab splash hit you in the face like a monsoon, you know. Ride the wave of the crowd, I'm blowing loud, it's the golden child. My ignorant ways got me a raise, cop a brand new book, then I'm turning the page. That was just me kind of like playing on what it means to be ignorant, but being intelligent enough to go pick up a book and read that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So just saying that my ignorant ways is what's helping me get paid. Moss man schooling them. I need a mascot. Call my verses canned goods cause they can't rot. In the midst of all of the ignorance and picking up books and being intelligent, you know, and saying stuff that actually hurts people's feelings, I'm actually schooling you, you know, if you actually pay attention to what's being said. And, you know, in the midst of schooling you, I might need a mascot, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like a play on that. And, you know, so I think that, you know, when you talk like that and you move like that, the things that you say will, you know, hold through the test of time, you know, so that they can goods, they can't rock. Entertainment, let me paint it, unacquainted, never taint it. You could frame it, but you could never put me in a box. So it's like, you know, I'm out here, I'm painting on this canvas. You know, we may or may not be friends in this whole thing. You know, you just listening. But, you know, I'm going to put this here in a frame for you and lay the frame in the foundation of it. But you can never put me in a box. You know, don't ever think that you got me or you know me at that point, you know. I'm going to always be schooling, but I ain't going to never be exactly what you think I should be. Lost boys stick together like dreadlocks, leaving haters chopped and screwed like we Michael Watts. So, you know, it's like dreadlocks when, you know, when you get that hair together, they stick together. And the only way that you could break that apart, man, is you got to cut it off. So, you know, Lost Boys, we stick together like dreadlocks. And we leave all of the haters chopped and screwed like Michael Watts, you know, because Michael Watts used to chop and screw beats. And, you know, so we leave them all chopped and screwed, you know, like we Michael Watts.
Baby, I do not move. I don't finesse nothing. Set in the groove. I tried to call the truce with you and you and you and you, but none of you wanted to follow through. On the low, not too much effort put into this shit. Making moves, setting paces, leading races. I see what your sister do, a simple fool, her hands are glued or tied up. Now she got some mileage on her, unable to start up. Girl, you ain't a starter, you just fucking up my lineup. Your sister could be in rotate, baby. But she's in my lineup, but she's fucking it up. She's got all that mileage on her, so I don't want her in there. Can't even roll the products. How you hopping out the sob, hun? You gon' make it when your time come. A lot of these girls are on a pace that we're not rocking with, but she gon' make it. She gon' make it, but just not yet. You're not for us quite yet. It's within the stars alignment. If you trying to find the signs, always me, myself, and I work in economics. My path's written within the stars. This money's within the stars. The vision's in the stars. Go Jeffrey Dahmer if I had to. Luckily, I didn't have to. It's just factual. I'm an asshole who will tax you. If I have to go a bad path, I would. Luckily, I didn't have to. That being said, I still will have to tax you. Girls call me a bastard, but really just a motherfucker. Triple a disaster. The devil's what I'm running from. These ones make me run faster. Basically, my biggest thing I was trying to do in that line was working threes. Triple's me. All threes, triple E's. Looking dapper in this fit. And if I was celibate, would I sell a bit of records? Girl, I know I've been the shit. Girl, my shits are so high fashion. Just me talking about my lifestyle. Thinking if I were to change my lifestyle up, if maybe things would start changing in my life. But in reality, I'm too stuck and stubborn and selfish and conceited to want to change any of my ways. So hopefully things just work out in this mindset I'm on right now. Cause shit, God knows I ain't changing. Pouring passion out the picture, razzle dazzle from the mixture, picture light liquor and some dark women. That's how I fuck with them. Lexus with the sub in it. Come and hit this blonde with me. Just talking about the drink, the women, the lifestyle, how I like to live, party, enjoy life. Razzle dazzle with the mixture, babe.
What's up? It's Goldie. She wanna slide. I told her next week, this one to buy. Lakers Nation, but shit, my clip's more kawaii, you know? I told her this week that I need some time to be alone, you know? So this is a bye week, just like in the NFL. We're gonna take a week apart, it's still all love, but this is the time that I need to rest and recover before I could be the best version of myself. It's Laker Nation, but shit, my clip's more Kawhi because Kawhi just be shooting. So my clips, if you catch the pun, are more Kawhi, but it's still Lakers Nation. She can't deny my dick is the size of you and your homie combined. Why would you try with me? I mean, shit, if you were lucky enough to know, you know. I got some homies who died for me. Shit, I sip the liquor, the spirits inside of me. Why you think they call it spirits? You know, we coming up on Halloween. I think it's funny. I be going out on Halloween sometimes, and you can tell that the spirits are the ones taking over these vessels. So be careful what you put in your body. Riding in shotgun, feel like I'm hot rod the way that I beat on your papa. I mean, you may call him daddy, but man's is really just a scrub. So I call him papa. If you ever seen Hot Rod whips his daddy's ass, and that's what fucking earns him the respect that you want. Came here for total, I sent you with nada. The city of angels has turned into Sodom. I mean, you about to watch what about to happen. It's called Through Hell or High Water. We in high water, but the fire hasn't started yet. It's about to play out. These new little rappers that ain't want no problems, that ain't even heard a problem. Like, what? It's like, what? Lighting from here, the soul fell from the cosmos, and you just a seed who broke out a condom. A Christian, I cross you like Rondo, these physics is quantum. I mean, shit. Cross, Christian, Rondo, I cross you like Rondo. These physics is really quantum. Quantum physics, quantum leaping. If you ain't heard, you should get game. She want the Conner, I gave her a sada. I came from the stars like Luke, I'm your father. I mean, shit, if she wants the meat, I'll give her a sada. Just because I'm vegan don't mean I got a little meat hanging from me. If the fruit hang, you might as well eat from it. I came from the stars, you know what I mean? So we gonna use the reference like the Star Wars reference. Luke, I'm your father, but really it's baby, I'm your daddy.
Ooh, come make a movie. Diving in it head first. Pussy all over my gold teeth. Ooh, enter the pool, please. She wearing a two. Please play to my shit and made her a groupie. Triple E. Film on roll.
It's cracking. Lost Boys, Moss Man. I got goals on my mind like my dad had. Like them years so was gone, mine's be abstract. So I used to have like this dad hat that said like hashtag goals. So, you know, I got the goals on my mind like my dad had. And Ab Soul is like one of my favorite artists, and he kind of been disappeared for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So that was just my little play on that, you know. Fake identity, yet when I speak, I drop facts. Oh, you can't handle the truth, make you relapse. So the fake identity is, you know, the aliases, you know? But it might be a fake identity to you, but, you know, we out here speaking truths in the midst of it, you know? And if you don't like the truth, you know, and you getting the truth, you might relapse, you know, you might be like, oh man, I don't know if I can handle this truth. Like the world with no heater, that's a cold thing. You add a couple dummy bitches, you might get some brain. So, you know, just playing on the wordplay, you know, cold world, you know what I'm saying, heater. And, you know, if you add some dummy bitches, you might get some brain. I'm playing by my own rules like we playing Uno. No more fighting for the leverage. I don't practice judo. So like in certain families and communities, not everybody knows the rules to Uno. You know, everybody kind of play by their own rules. So that was just me, you know, saying I play by my own rules like Uno. And, you know, I'm not fighting for leverage. You know, like judo is all about getting the right leverage and being able to take somebody down. We're not fighting for leverage no more, you know what I'm saying? So we don't practice judo. Kill the doubt with my etiquette. That's a formality. Fate led you here. That's a fatality. So, you know, having the right etiquette and, you know, keeping things formal, you know, but if your fate leads you here, you know, it's going to be a fatality. I was just trying to play on all of that, you know. A falling from the apple tree, before the one and after me, enjoy the letter after C. You know, so I'm just a falling from the apple tree that I came from, you know, and before the one is a zero and after me. So that was just me trying to say, you know, zero after me. And then, you know, enjoy the letter after C, you know. If you know your alphabet, then you know. You kicking it with accuracy. I'm used to being tossed out, call it well disposed. But before they kick me out, they want me well exposed. You know, growing up, I was always kind of tossed to the side. You know, people disposed of me in life. But, you know, as you grow up and you mature and you know, you start to understand your own light, you know, then they don't want you to leave until you've been well exposed. You feel me? So many places in this life that I can't go. So many feelings in this life that I can't show. You know, on your road to where you're trying to get to, you know, you're not always able to show everybody how you really feel. And it's a lot of places in life that you may not ever be able to get to, you know. So I was just kind of shedding light on, you know, the things that, you know, a man might feel or people feel, you know, on their way to trying to get to where they trying to get to and making their life's movie. Lost Boys, Moss Man. Karate kicking, false addictions, false predictions, false positions, false decisions. That's just me trying to say that, like, you know, we kicking out all of the bullshit, anything that don't need to be there, you know, we getting rid of it. And plus the song just kind of felt like it was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? In the prisons, need tunnel visions like Mario. Apologies, but not sorry though. Lead the sheep with this godly flow. You know, Mario, you got these like little tunnels and then you go in and then you come out like on some other end type thing, you know? So like, you know, I'm trying to have tunnel vision like Mario where, you know, whatever it is that I'm focused on, I may disappear to the world and focus on that. But then on the other side, I'm going to come out, you know, and when I do come out, you know, it's a godly flow. It's something that you can listen to and know that it's good for you, you know. After pain comes a lot of road, but after rain comes a pot of gold. Story told, this life a movie. Like, after, you know, everything that you try to go for, you know, it's hard and there's going to be some rainy days. But, you know, after all of that, if you stick to it, you know, good things can come out of it and maybe even a pot of gold. Screen blocking, but it never fooled me. Black belt with a black charm. Karate chopping my third arm. Like I said, the song kind of sounded like, wow, karate like, you know, so I was just kind of playing on words and, you know, black belt with a black charm, you know. I'm pretty good at what I do and, you know, I'm a little suave, a little charming, you know, and we karate chopping the third arm. That's for those who get it. Lost pride, make them play reserve like a drunk driver over every curb, like a blue sky over every bird, like a pair of glasses over every nerve. They fuck with me knowing every word. You stuck with me if you ever heard. Here's a reference for a refer. Stay prepared so I'm preferred. Translation got transferred. locked in when I pass word. Like when I'm saying false alarm, you know, they falsified. I'm basically saying, you know, like the shit that they be talking about is false. You know, they don't really live what it is that they talking about. You know, so when you really end up checking them, you know, then they end up walking away with their shoes tied. When you be like, yo, did you really live that? Then, you know. And so, you know, what you end up doing is, you know, if you check people on their bullshit, you know, a lot of times, you know, they'll play reserve, you know. So that was like the wordplay on playing reserve. You know, you end up sitting the bench basically because, you know, the real players are here to play. And then like basically, you know, I was just trying to play on the fact that like, you know, like how a drunk driver goes over the curb, or like a blue sky over every bird, you know, or a pair of glasses over every nerd. You know, that's how we gonna be here. You know, the same way those things hold true, Lost Boys gonna hold true too. And then where I say, you know, you fuck with me once you hear me, and if you really hear me and listen to me, you know, you stuck with me, you know. And you're going to end up knowing every word. Even if I don't know every word, you're going to know every word. You feel me? You stuck with me. Basically, what I'm saying is like this verse could be a reference for that, you know, and you could take this and refer it to somebody else. And you'd be like, yo, man, check this verse out, you know. Man, I prefer this dude. Like, I like Moss, man. His shit is fire. What I'm saying at the end of that is like the translation between, you know, what was said and what was heard, and then you wanting to share with other people, you know, it gets transferred, you know, and then we gonna stay locked in, you know, like a password.
Lost Boys. Hand me your wife, please. I pass on the white. You really be setting the heist. 2020 when your vision's in hindsight, while my vision is limelight. Give me everything but the white. I don't need it. I pass on it, but I'm here for everything else, and I'm gonna come take it. You can believe me on that one. My vision is limelight. You know what it is. I give you the thumbprint if you throwing it back right. Now I need a spliff, bitch. That's a whole lot of good life. I give you the thumbprint if you throwing it back right. If you know, you know. But rolling spliffs. I need that tea, baby. We not here for a long time. I'll be ready when I die. Pressure to my lungs, go we got us tongue-tied. We're not here for a long time, so indulge yourself in whatever that may be. I be ready to bullshit, but I'd rather be upright. My perspective on OnlyFans is I'm your only fan and I could be your friend. For paying that premium, you better give me some or I'ma beat that ass. I be on bullshit, but I'd rather be upright, you know. It's like we're in this perspective now of trying to change our headspace. I'd rather be up on this higher pedestal, on this higher mindset, on this higher state of mind than what life has presented me with. And you can only live within your circumstance so much till you're itching to just break out. And I feel like that's what the Lost Boys takeover is in this last little bit. As for I'm your only fan on OnlyFans, and I could be your friend. I'm sick of these OnlyFans hoes trying to make $1 off of me without giving me nothing. So I'ma need something before I beat that ass.
It's Goldie. Rappers like discipline. I got 5 stars like a general of Michelin. I'm a 5-star rated recruit, you know what I mean? Whether that's a 5-star general or a 5-star rated Michelin restaurant. I'm the finest of the fine, you know what I'm saying? Feel like Kurt Schilling the way that I'm pitching it. Curving these women, no simpleton. Kurt Schilling was honestly one of my favorite pitchers growing up. My dad's from Massachusetts, so I grew up watching the Red Sox. I actually got to meet Kurt Schilling at a Red Sox game, so he's been my favorite ever since then. And his curveball, mad wicked. Shout out to Bloody Sock. No simpleton is like no simple jack. You know what I mean? If you ever seen Tropic Thunder, this ain't no simple jack. Just fucked a chick nicknamed Cinnamon. She into stripping and filled with the silicon. I can't say that I have fucked a chick named Cinnamon, but if I did, I would say she was probably very spicy. 34 tatted on me, that is my favorite Dominican. Honestly, David Ortiz was my favorite baseball player, so I had to get the 34 tatted on me just to show that love, you know what I'm saying? Many men wishing for death on me, except for that shit is a deadly sin, get 'em a reverend. Many men is obviously a shout out to 50 Cent. One of the best to do it. Where's my credit for penmanship? I ran it back for a TD like Julian Edelman. I mean, Julian Edelman, just like Wes Welker growing up watching the Patriots and Red Sox, one of the best to do it. I'll do the scoring while you do the settling. We in the same room, there ain't a resemblance. We can be in the same room. We can even be sitting side by side. I still don't see the resemblance between the two of us, though. You always talking like Letterman. I always rep for the team like a Letterman. Letterman, LB. Just a little play on words there. Yeah, we about money, but invest in shit for the betterment. The most savage of gentlemen. Name 50 rappers, I'll tell you I'm better than. I got a chip on my shoulder that's bigger than Everest. The chip on my shoulder is bigger than ever, but bigger than Everest in terms of the wordplay and the pun there. Like the biggest mountain in the world, I think Mount Everest is. So that's how big the chip on my shoulder is. And that's the energy that we bringing on this project. Honestly, I am the most savage of gentlemen. I'm a gentleman. I treat my lady nice. I spoil her, take care of her, make sure she's emotionally, physically fulfilled. But I'm a fucking straight savage. Don't get it mistaken. Fuck by the head start when I got the leverage. You in the drama like Aaron's dad Edgerton. I ain't need a head start. I already got the leverage. I already got the leg up on y'all motherfuckers. So now it's your turn to do the catching up. And the next line I was actually just shouting out. You in the drama like Aaron's dad Edgerton. When I lived in Virginia, my drama teacher, his name was Mr. Edgerton. And his daughter's name was Erin, and she was in my grade too, and we both got casted in Peter Pan. I get on top and ensure what leverage is, say what I want, give a fuck about censorship. I mean, honestly, that's what the Lost Boys represent, you know? Speaking your truth, being authentic, and sometimes that don't mean that you don't like it, you know what I'm saying? You may or may not resonate, you may not fuck with what was said, but you will damn well respect what was said because it came from a place of truth and authenticity, feel me? Goldie.